talking about some new products from Hourglass. These are their Ambient Strobe Lighting Powders. If you have been with my channel for some time now, you will know that I am a huge fan of the Hourglass brand. I pretty much have everything they come out with. The only thing that was kind of a dud for me or that I didn't love was their foundation. But aside from that, actually today I am wearing their Ambient Lighting Bronzer, I'm wearing their Ambient Lighting Blush, I'm wearing the Modernist eyeshadow palette in the monochrome one all over my lids. I'm wearing the Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil, which is my favorite brow product of life. So I just absolutely love Hourglass as a brand. If you are familiar with Hourglass, or if you like their products too, then you'll probably know that they're known for very natural looking products. So for example, these strobe lighting powders, they're not going to be equivalent to like a Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, which is an extremely intense metallic looking highlight. I love that look too. You guys will know I'm a huge fan of those highlighters. I love an intense highlight. But that's not what these are. Right now, I'm not wearing any highlight on my cheek at all because I want to test these out with you on camera. I have already worn them a couple times before, so this isn't like a first impression, but I wanted to show you guys how they apply. And the packaging of the boxes is similar to most of the other Hourglass powders that I've seen. So these are pretty much, I believe, the same size as the blushes, which means they are smaller than the regular ambient lighting powder. If you buy those in a single, those are bigger than these. These are like the same size, as I said, of the blushes. So the two powders that I picked up, they do have 4 in the range. I got Euphoric Strobe Light and Brilliant Strobe Light. The other two they have are Incandescent and Iridescent, I believe. And I have the Ambient Lighting palette. I believe that the shade in the middle of that one is Incandescent. So I already have that one. Iridescent looks much more pink. These two, Euphoric and Brilliant, looked a little bit warmer. So Euphoric looks a little bit more of kind of like a bronzy beige-ish highlight, and Brilliant looks kind of like a light gold. But this is what the actual powders look like. So they look, like I said, pretty similar to the blushes, but instead of the blushes have gold packaging and these are silver. So you can kind of tell the difference if you're glancing at a drawer. And then they do say the names on the back. So this one is Brilliant and this one is Euphoric. So the packages do have a nice cute little mirror on the top, so I guess you could do this on the go if you wanted to. The Hourglass powders, I believe, are all baked in Italy. Super luxurious. Hourglass is a very luxury makeup brand. These are $38 a piece, which is, I believe, similar to the blushes. I know that the bronzers were $50 a piece. Those ones were pricey. $38 a piece. I can swallow that for a highlighter, especially because the Becca ones I think are like 36 or something. And on the description on the Sephora website, it says that these powders are made to create kind of like a soft focus look. It says on the website they are not for a heavy metallic sheen. However, it does say that they can be used wet or dry, so I would imagine using them wet that they would come out much more intense. I've only tried using them dry. They are selling an Hourglass Strobe Sculptor, which looks like a black sponge, kind of like a black beauty blender. And they suggest using that with these powders. I did not buy that sponge. I just felt like I didn't see myself using it. I have a lot of brushes that I like using for highlighting, so I skipped on those. It also says that these strobe lighting powders are created with a photoluminescent technology. So if you have more mature skin or you have a lot of texture on your cheeks, these might be a good highlight option for you if you feel like those Becca ones or the more intense ones just kind of bring too much attention to that texture or to any wrinkles or anything like that. These might be a better pick because they're created, like I said, with that photoluminescent technology to kind of blur the area. It says these are all universally flattering shades, perfect for all skin tones. Let me just show you side by side again the two powders that we're talking about here. So Euphoric is the one on camera that's picking up a little bit more pink looking, and then Brilliant is the one that looks more gold or yellow. So I'm gonna start with Euphoric. I feel like Euphoric is a little bit more subtle of a highlight. So I think Brilliant packs a little bit more of a punch if you're looking for a more intense glow, and Euphoric is more daytime kind of work appropriate, just for a very natural looking glow. Let's do Euphoric on one side and then Brilliant on the other side. So I'm going to use this brush. It's the MAC 137. I love using this brush for highlight, but it does give a very soft highlight. So I'm just going to use the little mirror in here, I guess, to take a look, and we're going to put that right there. And I can immediately see a glow already. So this is the cheek with nothing, no highlighting powder. And then this is the cheek that has the Euphoric strobe lighting powder on it, just in a C motion right here. I should also mention I do already have these applied to the tip of my nose and down the bridge. I also have them already on my brow bone and inner corner. So you can already tell they're not super, super intense, but I'm just gonna build it up a little bit more right here. In person, I can 100% definitely see a glow there. On camera, I think it's coming across a little bit more subtle, but I do think you can still see it right there. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that's Euphoric. On the other cheek, we're going to use Brilliant, which, like I said, is more of this kind of pale goldy color. In the pan, it kind of reminds me of Becca's Moonstone, which is a great highlight if you're very fair skin. So now we're going to put Brilliant on the other cheek. I do have a little bit of a breakout on this cheek, but again, I can see immediately when I swipe this across my cheek, I immediately see a glow there. I definitely think on camera you can tell that Brilliant is more intense. So this is Brilliant here on this cheek, and then this is Euphoric here on this cheek. I'm gonna continue and just even it out and put each color on the other side, so you'll see what it looks like to layer both. But overall, I really like these. I also really love the idea of a more natural highlight. I prefer my makeup to look more soft and natural anyway, so that's kind of one of the reasons why I love Hourglass, and that's kind of why I like these powders. Do I think they're worth $38? I mean, I think all Hourglass products in general tend to be a little bit pricey. If I were to recommend getting one out of the two, and it just kind of depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for something more subtle and everyday, I would say go for Euphoric. If you're looking for something a little bit more intense for nighttime or just something that's brighter, then you would prefer Brilliant. If you've picked up any of these strobe lighting powders, let me know what you think. Also, would be super curious to hear about the sculptor, the sponge. If any of you own that, let me know. That's gonna be it, I think, for this review. Overall, it's a positive one for me. I enjoy these powders. I love how finely milled and refined the highlight is. I love how it's not a crazy metallic sheen. I love that it's just natural and fresh. And I think a lot of the Hourglass products are very kind of youthful looking. So thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I really hope it was helpful in some way. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see in the comments down below, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!